Hi guys, it's Robert Powers. Today I'm going to review my Allen Edmonds McAllisters and Oxblood here that I have now owned for about 6 months. These would actually be my fourth pair of Allen Edmonds. I now currently own 5 pairs. And I purchased these in, I believe, September of 2017. So first I'm going to go through 5 different areas that I'm going to grade on. Number one, first area I'm going to grade on is aesthetics or looks. That includes style. The second area that I'm going to go over is fit and comfort. Third one is support, I'm going to call it. The fourth one I'm going to talk about is construction and durability, although obviously you can't tell how long it's going to last. So maybe I'll call it potential durability and construction. And then the fifth area that I'm going to talk about is cost/value. And then I'm going to give it an overall score. Okay. So first, if we're talking about the aesthetics and looks area. First, the aesthetics looks. Allen Edmonds is one of, I think, only two Allen Edmonds, and the other one would be Alden, dress shoe manufacturers left producing their shoes in the USA. They've been known as if you're not familiar with them, the gateway drug to high-end shoes, okay? And they feature Goodyear welded construction, genuine full grain aniline leather uppers. That's basically the best kind of leather you can get. If you don't know what Goodyear welting is, see my other videos, the shoe construction methods, and stacked leather construction heels, so they are serviceable. And this particular model called the McAllister is what you would call a wingtip, okay? And the closed lacing system makes it an Oxford 6 eyelet. So this is more in the English/American style. If you like that English-American style, if you're more into the sleek, slim European, you may not like it, but I think it's a stunning shoe. I love the looks of this shoe. I love the color. But I will tell you this. I will cut into the video here what these shoes look like, the color when I got them. And if you see here, when I purchased them, they were much lighter. Okay? This color is called Oxblood, but when I got them, I've never seen another pair of Allen Edmonds shoes this color. Now, what they say is that they are basically hand stained, so you have variation in color, not just from shoe to shoe, but between one part of the shoe to the other. Okay, but I've never seen another pair of shoes this light. Now, go back to the color they are now. You see, I darkened them by polishing them with sapphire, a mixture of mahogany and black sapphire shoe polish, okay? And even this color that you see here is really, you can see it's lighter on the vamp than the cap, the toe cap, the wingtip. But even this color is lighter than most of the other Oxbloods I've seen in all the Oxblood shoes in the store. But that being said, I just love this style. You can see that there's broguing, okay? These punched holes are called broguing, right? See medallion on the cap toe is beautiful. The leather, that full grain leather is just gorgeous. I think this is called pinking, right? And this is piping here. This black edging is called piping. And I love the style of this, but I'm going to give it 4 stars on aesthetics and looks. The only reason I'm not giving it 5 stars is simply because when I got them, they were lighter than I was really comfortable with. And I've heard great things, nothing but fabulous things about their service and, returning them, but I wasn't going to return them just for that. So I'm going to give it a 4 stars on that. Now, fit/comfort. This area, Allen Edmonds shoes are known for their high quality and leather linings, leather soles, Goodyear welted construction, and having a cork bed. So what you're going to see is between the leather insole, I'm going to take my shoe tree out. Between the leather insole and the outsole, they actually have a layer of cork. And obviously I can't show you that, but I do have other videos in which I show that. Now this, I'm going to take out. So you see the leather footbed there. Now I'm going to try to show this in the video. If you can see down in there, I'm going to try to get the light from outside to shine in. Maybe I'll try to get it on one of these lights. What happens is this footbed there, can you see the indentations? It kind of looks like of my toes is what I'm trying to show. That footbed, it's not super clear, I get that, but that actually conforms to the shape of your foot. If you stick your hand down in the shoe, you can feel the indentations of the ball of my foot and those kind of things, okay? So, but anyway, the complaint that I have on the fit side, do you see right there? Do you see where the broguing there, those holes are kind of squished, okay? And then, by the way, I just never noticed that. One of the holes didn't get punched clean through. You see that? That's kind of interesting. So that could be a detraction or that could add to it. depending on your point of view. But this being squished, that's where my ankle bone is, and this part was actually hitting the ankle bone, okay? So that's one of the reasons I put these insoles in. These things are nice to have, anyway, but believe it or not, just this little bit of extra thickness moves my foot up high enough where that doesn't rub. So even though they fit my foot like a glove, now here's why I love them. This size shoe, okay, it's under the tongue, is 11.5 triple E. Now if you see my foot, okay, my foot, see how wide it is, right? It is really difficult for me to get shoes that fit properly. So just the fact that to Allen Edmonds, they make a triple E width, D is standard, E is wider, double E is wider than that. I'm a triple E. It is really difficult. Most shoe stores, if you go in and ask for an 11.5 triple E, they look at you like you have a third eye. For them, it's routine. So from the fit comfort side, I mean, I give them huge, thumbs up on that. But just because of this, now for me, adding this in, letting the shoes break in, I really feel they are very comfortable now, but I'm only going to be able to give them a 3 stars because this, for most people, would be a fatal flaw, and they would return the shoes, okay? So even though they are comfortable and they do not rub, okay, and they fit like a dream, being especially, like I said, a wide foot, I'm a raving fan of these, but I think in all honesty, I'm going to have to give them 3 stars on the fit/comfort side, again, mainly because of that flaw, which I would consider a fatal flaw for most people, okay? So I'm going to move on now to what I would call support. Now, here's why I'm using this category. You can have soft shoes with thin soles, sheepskin shoes, whatever, very soft ones, like a slipper almost, that feel comfortable, but if you walk any distance in them, they're not going to support your feet, and you get blisters and they'll hurt. I often have to, let's just call them making sales calls or prospecting, where I'll be on my feet literally like in a car, out of a car, in a car, out of a car, walking for maybe, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. And I'll have these shoes on often for 10, 12, even 14 hours. And I'm telling you, my feet feel great at the end of the day. That's not easy to get in a shoe. Because again, the quality of the leather is very strong and flexible. Okay, the Goodyear welted construction, that cork bed that's in there, okay? And the fact that the footbed molds to your foot, these things are awesome. They're amazing. I'm going to give them 5 out of 5 stars for support. Now, construction, you can already tell I've mentioned a little bit that Goodyear welted construction and the fact that they are made from full grain leather. The construction, and I'll call it potential durability, I'm going to give them 5 stars. I have some other Allen Edmonds, like for example, this pair of Park Avenues here, okay? This pair of Park Avenues, I don't know for sure, but again, they're that triple E width. These shoes were produced somewhere between 1989 to the early 2000s. But anyway, with a lot of miles on them, these things, they hold up so well, it's unbelievable. I actually know somebody personally who has a pair of Allen Edmonds that are 27 years old. You can get them resold over and over too because of the Goodyear welted construction. So from that, the way they're constructed, I have a background in engineering, so I understand a lot of this stuff, the materials, the way it's constructed, all that stuff, no corners cut. That's why the list retail price on these is between $395 to $425. By the way, I did not pay that much for them. But I'm going to give them 5 out of 5 stars for construction/potential durability. Now, cost/value, not just price. Cheaper is not always better. My mother always said that you pay peanuts, you get monkey. But in this area, to be frank with you, I would not pay $400 or $425 for these shoes. Now, these I did purchase brand new from the Allen Edmonds store in Northeast Ohio in Woodmere for $245 plus tax. That price, I believe that it's a 5 out of 5 stars for value, because you're not going to get a shoe like this, the size, the width that you want, the color that you want, okay? Next best thing to getting a custom shoe, with the Goodyear welted construction and these kind of materials at that price, you could buy cheaper shoes, but I'm telling you, you're going to go through them, they're not going to last, okay? So I believe from a cost of value standpoint, it's 5 out of 5 stars. So if I give it aesthetic looks, 4 stars, fit/comfort 3, and support 5, construction durability 5, and cost/value 5, that adds up to an average of 4.4. So let's call it 4.5 stars. So in summary here, I would say that if you are a shoe guy, if you are a shoe aficionado, if you like shoes, then this is an awesome shoe. 4.5 out of 5 stars. It took between, I'd say about 6 wears, so let's call it 5 to 7 wears, before they really got comfortable to break them in. When you get them, remember I showed you the divoting, how the insole molds to your foot. When you get them, they're flat. They don't do that. So if you're not willing to go through that break-in period, you probably would not find them as comfortable as a $40, $50, $60 shoe, even though that thing will fall apart in 9 months. So if you're willing to go through some of that extra effort, if some of these details mean something to you, the variation in the color. So, for people who like shoes, I think it's a fabulous shoe, and it's a great value, because they have sales that go on all the time. That's why I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, although it's not going to be for everybody, okay? So just like some people with cars, if you get a sports car, you have to futz with it, and some people just want to jump in, to the Honda and drive without paying attention to it, A couple things I forgot to mention about this shoe in addition to that. The Allen Edmonds, all shoes are made on what's called a last. A last is the form on which the shoe is constructed. Okay, this shoe, the McAllister, is built on what's called the 65 last. Now, another one of their shoes, their website lists which shoes are built on the 65, the same last, in other words, that same shape, okay, is this Park Avenue. So what that means is once you figure out that you're, like for me, an 11.5 triple E width in a McAllister, I could actually go online and order a Park Avenue in 11.5 triple E and know that it'll fit like a glove because it's built on the same last, the same form. Some shoes, you see this shoe has like an almond toe shape. Some of them have a boxier toe shape. Some of them have more of a elongated foot, Some of them where, this part isn't as round and it kind of cuts the corner off, has a pointier toe. Those don't fit me well, So anyway, 65 last. I know on 11.5 triple E, and then I can go and look and see what other shoes are made on that same last, and I know they'll fit me. So that's just another one of the cool little things Allen Edmonds does, where they'll tell you what last they're made on. So please, as I said before, put in the comments below if you've had other Allen Edmonds shoes made in the last few years versus previous to that, and if you've had any quality issues. All right, thanks, guys.